This is Sophie and I'm here for you. As usual from now, one thing about me is that I like people's flaws. And I like when they are so sincere with their flaws. And now, for today, I will have something for you. How to hire flaws and which flaws to hire, if that makes sense. Okay, so the one thing that I'm gonna show you today is how flaws are desirable. And I know this is something that we don't want to think because most of the time we feel embarrassment or we feel shame around our flaws. But sometimes some flaws are so brilliant if we know how to use them. Okay, I will start in a very general way, and afterwards I hope I will get into details. Okay, please bear with me. So when you hire flaws, there is something that you need to know. You can have one kind of flaws and you can have the other kind of flaws. There are flaws that are getting nowhere, and there are flaws that doesn't help you in any way. But one thing can be also a flaw that can give you bliss in your business. And that's something that we should consider because it's desirable, you know. Let's take, for example, anxiety. Anxiety is something that is desirable. You don't want anxiety at the workplace, or you want it for one simple reason, that anxiety can make you a person that is so attuned to details and ensure that everything is perfect. Or maybe you don't want paranoia in your business. But what if you hire someone with paranoia for security? Oh, that would be the perfect agent for that, you know? How about, I love this one, depression. It just came into my mind. I didn't plan for this. How about depression? Oh my god, this is in our century. Well, depressed people can improve business operations, and depressed people can improve anything that is not going smoother, because they are lazy. And not they are lazy, they are not lazy, I'm not lazy. But they are in a way that they don't have energy to spend on things that are redundant, that things that can be done in a short way, that things that can be done in a way that is much more fulfilling. So they are the best for this moment in our life, and if we want to embrace the depression, oh yeah, we can definitely squeeze some juice from there. And how you can do that? That's quite simple through HR, and I will show you about that later. But for now, let's get to something else. Flaws. Do you have any? What's your flaw? Oh, mine. Oh my god, mine. Do you know what it is? Mine. It is. I am not. I don't have discipline. And that is a thing that I'm lacking, because I like structure. I like the structure, but in the same time, if I have to do the same thing in the same structure in the same day every single day, it drives me nuts. And this is why all my life I did all of the things just to avoid this thing, because for me it's going nowhere. It's this kind of flaw, but I have to turn this flaw into something that is much more suitable. And to turn this flaw into something suitable, it means I always need to be on flow. I need to solve every little thing that stays and it's obstructing my flow. And also I need to arrange a lot of things in my life so that I can be in the flow. And if I'm in the flow, I need to better do the things, not in that structure like in a box way, but every single day. So that's the thing. What's your flaw? Oh. And there's something there. Oh, we have the shame. And that is whatever the flaw you have. If you have shame upon it, that it means that you need to sit a little bit longer with that. I mean, and what do I mean by that is to really see what's the benefit of that, because every single flaw has a benefit. Maybe you're a person that I don't know, maybe you expect a lot of from people, and it's not an issue to expect things from people. But what it needs to be done is to communicate them, just to make your expectations clear to everyone. I expect you to do this. This is my expectations. So when you do that, when you are so transparent and you are putting your, when you're putting your flaw in front, and you are so transparent with that, and you can live with that in a way that is firmly grounded because you know who you are, then it's much more easier to see other people's flaws as something that is manageable and sometimes even desirable. So as I said, there are certain things that can be transmuted into something that is in a much more beneficial way for everyone. And if we know how to use every single flaw from people, then we know where to put them accordingly. And one thing that I like, and I think is a little bit unconventional, is to not hire people from skills, but from as much as... Wait for me, I'm not gonna edit this thing because I'm not. Okay, it will mess my flow up. So there is a thing. What was I saying? I said I want edit. I said, okay. When you hire when you hire on the skill set, I'm a perfectionist. When you hire based on skill set, you will have certain outcomes, and that certain outcomes is that people would do their job. Eventually, they know how to do it, how to do the job. But usually when people are, I won't say fired, but when the breakup comes into the business relationships, it will come not upon the skill set, it will come about the attitude. Attitude. And that is staying for values. When you hire based upon values and attitudes along with skill set, you won't be disappointed. Why? Because people know how to do things, and teaching people how to do things, it's easy. It does not require a lot of tons of energy, and you already have all the material if you ask me. But values, mate, oh my god. And attitude, you cannot teach a person what attitude to have towards whatever in your business. You cannot teach them attitudes. You can teach them responses that are desirable, but that won't mean that it would be authentic when the time will come. And when all the discord will happen and conflicts happen in all ways, shapes and forms, well, you better know whom you're dealing with. And you better know what value to take into account and how to reach that person. Because if you reach a person just by skill set, that's lovely, but it's not enough. Or maybe it is enough if you want to be a mediocre company. But if you want something more, then you have it. And I think that this will make also the difference between having the skill set and knowing how to do it. You can easily replace that with AI. I mean, it's so damn easy, sooner or later, and we already experienced that. But the value that is held by people is the people, and if you hire just solely on skill set, you will have to lose sooner or later. Maybe you will feel like you will gain in the short term, especially in the recruitment process. You will feel like, oh my god, this is the perfect profile, we're going with this, you know. And after that, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, you will feel the difference. Because people who stay 10 years, not happening in this world, but people who can stay enough time to add value to your company are the real people who have values. Never mind. The point is that you need to fire. Yeah, you fire on this and you need to hire from this point. Because in that way you are a cohesive mechanism, and when you add a person, you really add value to your business. Because a person can be a liability or an asset. It depends only how it is recruited and for what purpose. So whatever the lesson is today, hire for values and attitudes, and also hire for flaws, especially that people are ashamed of, because that means that there's deep in their mechanism and they cannot get rid of that. So if you hire based on that, that's juicy. Of course, now it's the question how you find out. Well, there are a lot of tests that can be done. I am, certified as a well-being consultant, and you can find the flaws over there, or you can. There's also, oh my God, the 3Ds, or there are a lot of tests that can be done, and mostly when you ask people. I have a question in my mind, but that's a reference to someone, and I haven't integrated that question yet, so I'm not gonna say that. But you can turn the interview and the process of recruiting in a way that you can identify the flaws. And sometimes I even use that. I ask people what is your biggest flaw, and people will tell. Especially if the attitude of the interviewer is like, tell me that because I know that's an asset for me. And who would say no to that? I mean, literally, really, yeah. So I guess this is it for today. I hope you had a great time with me here. That's my intention, and I hope that this was valuable for you.